Greetings. It is Brother Man Trucking. So here's a diesel update of two people that I know that work within that industry, in the petroleum industry, that I know personally. First person, he lives in, well, he's based out of, excuse me, Kentucky area, and he's a tanker driver. So the information that I got from him is the racks, the terminals. They call them the rack. You know, when the tanker truck pulls into the terminal they pull under the rack. So the rack, the racks or the terminals are limiting or rationing the amount of fuel that is being dispensed. So just to make things easier, so people can understand. So let's say they're only allowing 1,000 gallons of diesel out of this particular rack, right? Brother man, you know they can put like 6,000 gallons in the tank. I know that. We're just making things simple. So let's just say they're limiting the amount of diesel that they can dispense to 1,000 gallons. So, but the demand is just say 20,000 gallons. You get what I'm saying? So once they hit that limit of 1,000 gallons, they're done for the day. Or I think that's the duration that they're doing. They're done for the day. So that leaves, the other people that's waiting on this product. So he was telling the information I got. He was saying that he has to call around to try to fulfill these orders with different terminals, different racks. So at least that's what's going on in that particular area. I don't know if that's the same all across the United States. I'm not sure. Don't know. Another source of information that I got. Some other information that I got from another source is this is the same person that I know that works at a fuel refinery. And he was saying that the demand for diesel is so high and they cannot keep up with demand. So that's one of the things that he said. Another thing that he said is this particular terminal, I'm not going to mention any areas or what terminal name it is or anything like that, that they had $1 billion profits within like the last month or the last 2 months or something like that. $1 billion profits while we're out here starving, the fuel company. Standard Oil, is Standard Oil still in business? That's one of the Rockefeller companies. You had Standard Oil, then you had it was like the holding company, and then you had all these little, well, I shouldn't say little, all these companies under it, subsidiaries. Subsidiaries, is that the right word? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. You had the holding company, then all these other companies. Is Standard Oil still in business? That was a Rockefeller company. Anyway, and there's some of that ideology is playing out in today's as the one YouTuber says on the world stage. But I digress. So back to the fuel. So he was saying that because demand is so high that they can't keep up, and there's pipelines that were shut down, there's refineries that were shut down, coal is shut down. So a lot of the big demand is coming from diesel now. So, or, when I say diesel, that type of fuel oil, kerosene, and so on and so forth. So he says, this is the information that he got, that he's relaying to me. When the demand increases this winter, meaning that once it gets cold and people are going to need to fill up, their tanks, how in the world somebody going to pay $5 and I think it's like $5.30 or $5.50 to fill up a 275 gallon oil tank with heating oil, man. That's boy. But that's where we're at. So as soon as these temperatures drop and get into freezing temperatures, we're going to see something with the demand of diesel. So I asked the question. I said, well, generally speaking, since we are so close to the refinery, doesn't that mean that the fueling stations or the terminals or whatever, they're going to have fuel because they're so close to the terminals? He says, no, it doesn't work that way. Whoever has the biggest contract or for the longest term or whatever the terms are, they're first in line. They're going to get the fuel. So it could be someone a couple 100 miles away. Sorry, you got to get a fuel station right there, next to the terminal. Sorry, our fuel's going right out here. It's kind of like the same thing in trucking. Like here you have a shipper, right in your own backyard per se, but you got to call a broker or a third party logistics company somewhere all the way across the United States to load out of this place. It ain't my rules. So that's all for this one. That's the update as of November 9th, 2022, what I heard about what's going on with fuel. So it's about to get interesting. And I don't think there's going to be a recovery anytime soon.